what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today here on my channel. Today we're back with my F1 2017 Career Mode Season 2, Part 11 now here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And we're going to get things straight away started, having a look at the R&D tree, seeing where we need to make our upgrades. Now, as you can see, we are now obviously still the fastest car on the grid. We are waiting on a powertrain upgrade, which will come for the Singapore Grand Prix, which will make this thing an absolute monster in a straight line and impossible to catch. But we are actually lacking now in the chassis. Ferrari have actually outdeveloped us now in the chassis area, and that is now something that I am going to be having a look at come future development cycles. So hopefully, maybe if possible, I'm going to aim to try and get a new chassis upgrade done for the Singapore Grand Prix. Hopefully then we can get something done there, and it can help out massively. But anyway, then having a look at everything, you can see that we're putting in some older power units for practice. And what I've now found out is basically old power units in practice, they don't really work that well. But before we get into that, I was going to be double uploading today. Now, I was going to bring out a setup video because people have been asking for a setup guide. And I said, look, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll come out Monday. However, I am going to be postponing that. Now, the reason that I'm not going to be doing a setup video sooner, well, now, and not doing it for a while, is basically I'm just not happy with the recording of my setup videos. And basically, I've been making the setup videos, and I change my setup so much. I don't have a full-blown setup that I can say go out there and use. And then every time I go and post-con the video, I feel like I just don't know what I'm saying, because I use my setups mainly from TRL Limitless, and then I sort of change it up a little bit and do one or two minor tweaks every time. I never run with the same setup, so I'm just not comfortable with a setup video yet, and I just don't want to upload it because I'm not happy with it, which is why I'm not doing it at the moment. So I'm sorry to those that have asked for one, but I'm just not happy with it, and if I'm not happy with the video, I can't upload it because it's just not right. So that's all I can say on that one. But into qualifying then, I was an utter idiot for the second race in a row and forgot to change the engine components again. And this time, I just decided, stuff it. I'm not going to even bother just trying to qualify, because even if I qualified like in 5th or something, I still wouldn't meet the objectives set. So in Q1, I got myself out of Q1, and then in Q2, I just literally swapped every single engine part. It would take like 75 minutes, way more than qualifying, and then I wouldn't have been able to have made it through. So what we are going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a last question mark challenge, basically. So we're going to go and buy ourselves brand new power units for this weekend. Basically, we're just going to now further cement our power unit elements for the rest of the season. So now we have 6, and it means that when we take these upgrades now and we can start fighting through the field, when the other teams start making penalties later in the season, it's going to help us out in the championship. But we're going to change all of those, and we're also going to change the gearbox as well, because why not? We might as well, if we're going to change absolutely everything, we might as well change the gearbox as well. So we're going to do that, and yeah, we're going to get straight into the race.
Almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Verstappen, Felipe Massa and Magnussen, Perez, Grosjean, Ocon and Daniel Kvyat, Alonso, Sainz, Lance Stroll and Palmer, Ricciardo, Van Dorn, Nico Hülkenberg and Pascal Wehrlein, Ericsson and a Mercedes rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Alright then, guys, as you can see, we're on the grid now to start this Hungarian Grand Prix. We're going to be starting plumb last with the 2-stop strategy of super soft, and soft. I could have potentially gambled on a 1-stop and gone the super soft to mediums and potentially gained some track position, but I decided against that. I'm going to just stick to the 2-stop and go from there. Now, this is a pretty crazy track to do a damage limitation on, because of course this is a very hard circuit to overtake on, but I feel like I can do well here, so it's exactly why I felt comfortable with it. But on the grid now here to start this Hungarian Grand Prix 5 red lights. And it's lights out. There we go here for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's been a good start from us, actually, getting straight past Marcus Ericsson off the line there with our Mercedes-powered car. And as you can see now, we're catching up to the back of the Saubers here. And then we go a very late dart there in towards turn 1. Just going to absolutely dive it down the inside and already up into P11 as we see Fernando Alonso there starting on the mediums. We get a snap of oversteer on the exit of 1, and we're already up into 11th place. And that's a stunning start for us now as we need to continue to just press onwards. We've got Danny Kvyat battling Ocon here, and now Kvyat has got compromised here. And up towards turn 4 now, can we potentially make a move here on Danny Kvyat? We're just a little bit too far back, and there's just no chance of us getting through there, so we're just going to wait a little bit longer. But we've got a great exit here, and I'm going to go and dive it down the inside. A very sneaky place to make a move on driver, but we made that one stick. And next up is Esteban Ocon, and into the chicane. I am wasting little time getting past these cars, and already up into P9. So yeah, overtaking not that much harder around here than I expected. And as you can see, later on into the lap, we go down the inside of Romain Grosjean to make that up into P8 in this Grand Prix as we look to hound the back of Kevin Magnussen. Then we've got Perez, Massa, Verstappen, I think it is, and then the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen, and then Hamilton, and then Vettel. Ricciardo got knocked out in Q1. I didn't say it because I was talking about the setup problem, the setup video, which I won't be uploading for a little bit of time. But you can see we've got Kevin Magnussen now as we're going to slipstream past him, and with the Ferrari-powered Haas, which is not as quick as the Ferrari-powered Ferrari. We're just going to fly past him as quick as we possibly can. And now we're up into P7, and next up we've got Perez and Massa to dispatch, and then we can move on to the big guns. But already you can see on the minimap there, Sebastian Vettel, who's leading this Grand Prix, is pulling out a very comfortable gap. And that's a big thing in the championship. Of course, me and Vettel fighting it out, and we've been consistently getting, as we nearly go back and slap into the side of Perez here. But we're going to make another one of those moves down the inside of Sergio Perez. A little bit of wheel banging now. I think we may have made contact with the rear because I didn't feel anything on the front of the car. But anyway, we're up against Sergio Perez, and we got that one done. Vettel sets the fast lap of the race on a 1:21, whatever it was, and now we're catching up to the back of Felipe Massa here. And as you can see, we've got the DRS wide open now. I think we've got DRS. No, we don't have DRS. This is just this is just pure straight line speed. And down the inside of Felipe Massa, we make that move stick. We took a little bit more curbing of turn 1 than we should have, but I didn't really make the I didn't really turn into the corner correctly, and I just made a slight little mistake there. But we're up into P5 now, and onto the end of lap 4, we're catching up to the back of Max Verstappen. So we are really moving through this field quickly, but you can see the gap that Vettel is pulling out front is absolutely incredible, and that is really worrying for me at this stage of the race. And as you can see now, we're on board with Verstappen's POV, and you can see we go darting down the inside of Max Verstappen and back onto our camera angle. My camera angle was poor on the pit straight, so I switched to Verstappen's angle there. But yeah, what's really nerving me is how fast Sebastian is in this Grand Prix. He is rocketing away at the moment, and I really am getting concerned, and I need to get on with it now. And as you can see, onto lap 5, I'm now catching up to the back of Kimi Raikkonen. There's been a yellow flag there in the background. Someone's got a problem, but I'm not concerned about them. I am concerned. Look at Vettel. He's already going into turn 1, and we've only just crossed the start-finish line now. As Raikkonen actually goes for a move here on Lewis Hamilton. So Raikkonen making some moves here on my teammate, who is starting on soft tyres. So he's doing a different strategy now, but we're right on the back of Raikkonen and Hamilton. Raikkonen makes that move stick, and he's going to pull away now from Hamilton, and I knew that because they are on super soft tyres. So I make a late move to go down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. No contact, just shoved him a little bit wide. Now I need to follow Kimi Raikkonen and try and just stick with the Ferrari boys because they are absolutely fantastically quick in this Grand Prix. Completely random English there, but why not? But yeah, the Ferraris are almighty fast around here, and I'm basically just need to get in front of them. On to lap 10 of the Grand Prix now. We're going to be coming in for our first set of the Grand Prix. Vettel's already into his pit box, so yeah, he just showed you how massively fast he is in this Grand Prix. As we come up towards the pit box here, and in we come now, and that is Vettel going out of the pits now, in fact. There he is. Look, he's just come out of the pit box now, so really got a good gap on us already in this Grand Prix, and that's rather worrying. But Kimi Raikkonen comes flying, so that's Sergio Perez coming through. Kimi Raikkonen sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, and he came in 2 laps earlier than us, so Raikkonen with a very big undercut pulls away massively, and into turn 1 he goes. He is now very close to the back of Sebastian Vettel as we go side by side with Daniel Ricciardo in towards turn 1. So Daniel obviously starting on soft tyres, and unfortunately for Daniel, he couldn't make that move stick, but luckily for me, we are still in front of Ricciardo, and we're not going to get held up by him. And on to the end of lap 11 now. Carlos Sainz is next on my hit list, and I need to get past him as quick as I can. You can see the traction I've got here on the super soft tyres. And as you can see, opening up the DRS, this is going to be a very, very easy move for myself. Moving over to the inside line of turn 1 and down the inside of Carlos Sainz. I believe Vettel and Raikkonen are now attacking Sergio Perez and Raikkonen on a set of soft tyres rather than a set of super soft tyres. So Ferrari going different in this race to myself. So this is the stint where I need to improve. And as you can see, onto lap 13 now, we've actually got a yellow flag in front of us. That's one of the Ferraris. That's Kimi Raikkonen with a problem there. So Kimi Raikkonen slows down at the exit of the last sector here. And he's clutching Vettel. That's Vettel in front. He's got a puncture. He's only been on those tyres for like 5 or 6 laps. And Kimi Raikkonen's picked up a random puncture, and that's me going flying through, but he was all over the back of Vettel. He was much faster in this Grand Prix, but for some reason, Kimi having a big problem there, and he's out, and well, he's not really out of the race, but that's his race hugely compromised. But on to lap 21 of the Grand Prix now, things have really settled down in this Grand Prix, a very 27-esque styled Grand Prix of just everyone running their own races. I was sort of matching Vettel here and there, but overall, that Ferrari was almighty fast around here. But we're coming into the pits for our second stop of this race. It's a 2.5 second pit stop. And we're going to take these soft tyres to the end of the race. Now, Verstappen is coming down the pit straight. I do expect him to jump in front of us. So we are going to have to make the overtake on Verstappen. And as you can see, there goes Max as well in towards turn 1. He has not done the undercut on us. He is yet to make his final stop of the race. Most of the drivers did the 2-stop as I'm doing. But they did the soft tyre in the middle stint, give them the super softs at the end, whereas I decided to get the super softs in the middle stint to give me a better advantage and then have track position come the end of the race. And as you can see now with the DRS here wide open, we're closing out to the back of the Verstappen, 4 tenths back. It's going to be a very easy move now in towards turn 1, and as you can see, nice and late on the brakes, down the inside, comfortably making the apex of the corner, opening up the DRS and pulling away again from Max Verstappen. Vettel still on the soft tyres, but he is yet to make that final stop onto a set of super softs. So we need to continue to push now, try and close this gap down, and it was 11 seconds, which is a lot. So we need to try and close that down, but unfortunately, on the final lap of the Grand Prix, that was kind of it really. Probably one of the quietest races of my career mode so far. Sebastian Vettel wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. The gap actually closed to 3.4 seconds between me and Vettel, but on those super soft tyres, Sebastian was just in another league to me today, and I will happily accept defeat. But from starting last, we finished second. So, you know, even though it's the Hungarian Grand Prix, a track where overtaking is very difficult, maybe if we didn't take the gearbox penalty, maybe if we didn't take all the penalties and we tried to qualify as high as we could, maybe if we eventually managed to sneak track position in and take the lead, maybe we could have done something from there, who knows. But Maurizio Arrivabene is very happy, of course, with Ferrari's win, but at the end of the day, I started last and I got P2, so I minimised the damage today against Sebastian Vettel. And once again, Seb wins, and it's literally just complete role reversal. It's Sebastian winning a race, then I'm winning a race. And he's finishing second, and I'm finishing second. It's just consistent. Sebastian DNF'd in, what was it, Azerbaijan. I DNF'd in Monaco. We've had a couple of Mercedes 1-2s, which has helped, but it's been a very consistent season. But there it is, guys. Vettel wins the race, and credit to Lewis Hamilton as well. He did manage to get the car on the podium, so it's a double podium for Mercedes-Benz, and that means in the constructors' standings, that's also going to be crucial for us as well. And as you can see then, champagne flying, Hamilton celebrates, Vettel obviously race winner today. We need to see where Kimi Raikkonen finished though, because he's the man that we're looking out for. How far up the grid did he get back before, obviously after he has had the puncture as well? And as you can see, he managed to finish down in P7, which does mean overall Mercedes, I think, actually, I don't know, did Mercedes outscore Ferrari today? 6 points compared to Vettel's 25 is 31, and then 15 to 12 is 27. So no, actually, in fact, okay, I've probably done my maths wrong there, but I think Ferrari did actually outscore us. But in the driver's standings, the gap between myself and Vettel is 34 points, and the constructor's standings, the gap is 34 points. So it's pretty much bang on everywhere. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the Hungarian Grand Prix. A very quiet race today. Nothing really happened. But that's motorsport. Sometimes you have some cracking races. Sometimes there's slightly less cracking races. But guys, hopefully you have enjoyed the episode nonetheless. If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to drop a like on the video. That'd be absolutely awesome. And if you're new around here as well, why not click the subscribe button? That'd be absolutely awesome. We're getting very close now to 5,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. I think we're on like 4,800. And the team also gave me a quick ring to say that they are really happy with my performances at the moment. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Take care all. Peace.